course I have a rebuttal. Of course I'm like, wait a minute, hold it. What do you mean I'm not listening? Of course I'm listening. My mother is on me 24/7. My mentors own me another 24/7. Hey beautiful ones, Fran here, back with another video. So, before we go any further, you guys know the drill. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Alright, so I really just want to go ahead and jump into this video. As you guys can see, I'm kind of hype about it. I'm a little bit excited about it because I realize that it's something that a lot of people don't talk about when they talk about manifesting and they talk about the law of attraction. And this is one of the things that helps to make the law of attraction work faster. And you know, there are laws of the universe. We haven't gotten into the laws of the universe. I actually have done a class about that. I'll probably post that later somewhere. I'm not sure. But anyway, let's talk about what I'm here to talk about today. So, a lot of times people will say, you know, I just cannot seem to get the law of attraction to work for me. It's not working, or either it's not working fast enough, etc., etc., etc. What a lot of people don't know is there are more components to the law of attraction than just the law of attraction. Using and applying the law of attraction will work. It will work. But if you want to manifest and create quickly, like I do, I know that I do, and I want you guys to be able to manifest quickly too, because sometimes we have things that we need right now, and sometimes we get a little impatient, and it seems like when things are showing up quicker in our lives, we start to get a little bit more faith, right? We start to believe a little bit more because we can actually see things happening. We can see God moving. We can see our heavenly staff answering. We can see things working, but we have to do our part in that. And a lot of times we don't do our part in that because we don't know all the steps. We don't know all the laws. And this is what I have learned about what I do and about what a lot of spiritual teachers do. A lot of times there are pieces of the puzzle missing. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all that everybody should tell you everything. You should study. You should have a practice. You should seek. And no matter what somebody tells you, you go research it for yourself. You ask God about it yourself. You don't have to believe everything that Fran tell you. You don't have to believe everything that anybody tells you. Go ask God for yourself. Study to show yourself approval. What I like to do is I like to give you guys the tools to use so that you can get things moving quickly, so you can get things moving appropriately. So that's why we're going to talk about this law, because this law goes hand in hand with the law of attraction. And I don't hear a lot of people talking about this. So let me just jump into it. What I am talking about is the law of inspired action. Have you guys ever heard of that? Have you heard of the law of inspired action? Let's talk about it. So, the law of attraction is the biggest law that people talk about because they talk about The Secret, they talk about, Abraham Hicks, they talk about all of these people that teach about the law of attraction and how people manifest things by using the law of attraction, which really does work. I am a witness. To me, the law of attraction is more like an ask, believe, receive type law. That's what I think about it. But that's just me. But the law of attraction works hand in hand with the law of inspired action. Let me explain to you why. When you are asking God, the universe, your higher power, your source, to help you bring in the things that you are wanting in your life, the things that you're desiring, to help you focus on your purpose, to help you attract more money, a better relationship, to help you attract whatever it is that you're trying to attract in your life by using the law of attraction. The law of attraction works quicker when you follow the action and the instruction, that you receive in your personal practice silence prayer time. Let's talk about that a little bit. All right. So, your girl is going to be always and totally, completely transparent about her stuff, right? So, when I first started on this journey of really trying to attract things into my life, when I decided that I was tired of working so hard and I was tired of working 2 and 3 jobs to just have one good paycheck, I wanted to know what this prosperity, abundance, invisible substance was all about, right? I wanted to know. So I began to seek. And one of the things that I began to study firstly was the Bible. I wanted to know all about the prosperity of the Bible. I wanted to know who was prosperous, how they were prosperous, how much money they had. Did you guys know that there are millionaires in the Bible? We got to talk about that. And I wanted to know how things worked. I knew that everything worked in the spiritual realm first, but I wanted to know, how can I bring it from here to here? How can I bring it from the spiritual realm, the heavens, into my life? And why is it evading me? Because I felt like it was evading me. And I had tons of conversations with God about it evading me. Like, I've been asking you for this forever. I have been asking for this forever, right? And then when I finally got clear and silent, right? When I wasn't running my mouth so much, when I wasn't talking so much, I could hear the Spirit of God speak to me. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. One of the first things that I got about why my life was not moving like I wanted it to, why I was still earning, attracting, making this, why I was still struggling, why I couldn't pay my bills, was because I was not listening. Therefore, if I'm not listening, then I'm not taking inspired actions, right? Right. Okay. So my rebuttal, because of course I have a rebuttal. Of course I'm like, wait a minute. Hold it. What do you mean I'm not listening? Of course I'm listening. My mother is on me 24/7. My mentors own me another 24/7. So I'm hearing it from both ends. But you know what the problem was? Your girl was not following inspired action. How many things have you been given that could probably make you millions of dollars? Have you ever asked God, make it clear to me what I should be doing? Have you ever done that? And then you start to get all of these, what people call, that don't know when the Spirit's actually talking to them or when the Spirit's actually moving. That was me some time ago. That was me. Hunches or ideas or, I don't think that's going to work. How many times do you do that? Because I did it a lot. When I finally got clear and got my mindset somewhat unblocked, because when you have a lack mindset, your mind is blocked. Your mind is blocked. When you cannot think outside of what somebody's telling you or what you've been taught, your conditioning, when you can't see past where you are, your mindset's blocked. Energy clearing is a powerful thing, y'all. All right. So, when I finally started to open my mind just a little bit, right? And decided not to be so hard-headed and listen to Francis, that's my mama, and listen to Francis when she said, get up earlier. Try to get up and not rush out the house. Try to just sit with your Bible and talk to God about your day. Well, I talk to God all day. Yeah, but you're not still. Stop being so hard-headed and do what I told you. All right. So I decided to be obedient to my mother and get up a little early and be still. Every morning I would grab a notebook after I read my word and I would just put my pencil there, right? And sometimes I'd get all of this information, sometimes I get nothing. But after I got the information, I cracked myself up sometimes because I was really, really hard-headed. I'm telling y'all. Can't none of y'all beat me in the hard-headed area. I'm telling you, your girl was hard-headed. I would get the instructions like create this, do this, call this place, do that. And I would look through it and flip through it at work, and be like, none of this makes sense. Like, why am I going to do that? Inspired action, right? Follow the inspired action you're asking for. You're asking for direction and clarity. You're getting it, but you're saying to God, that ain't going to work. I don't know what that came from. Who are you? Right? Okay. I have books and journals of ideas. Half-started projects I was doing after getting frustrated, like this is taking too long and this is not going to work. Inspired action, right? Back to the law of inspired action. And then I would see somebody else doing what God told me to do, and it was booming, banging, successful, making tons of money, happy with doing it. And I would get mad. I would be like, they stole my idea. They don't even know you, Fran. They didn't steal your idea. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. God is telling you what to do. Your heavenly staff is giving you instruction. Step by step by step instruction. Not only is God giving it to you, but he's having people, like my bishop would come to me and say, you know, you should do something like this. And it would be something that Spirit had already told me, and I would be like, yeah, okay, I'll get to it. Sometimes we ask for so much, and God is giving us so much information from people, from our heavenly staff, from Spirit. We are getting information from our friends that don't even know anything about the conversations you've had with God. You go see a spiritual teacher or a mentor, and they're giving you instruction, and you know it's coming from Spirit because they don't even know what God told you, right? But you're still too hard-headed to move. You're not operating in the law of inspired action. And this is how Spirit works. So, Spirit gives me an idea, it gives her an idea, it gives her an idea, it gives her an idea. Because Spirit is going to get the information and the idea and the thing out into the world that needs to be out into the world. They're going to get it out into the world. Whether you do it or the next person who's not as hard-headed as you does it. They're going to get it done. Right? So what Spirit does is it starts to ping people. People who are listening, people who are in tune, people who are asking, bang, 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 bang. And eventually, sometimes your friend, right, says, girl, I'm gonna create a line of bracelets and I'm gonna sell them. I'm gonna charge them with energy. I'm gonna infuse them and I'm gonna sell them. And you think, why are you doing that? And then you start trying to think, did I tell her I was supposed to do that? Did I tell her I was going to do that? Did I tell her I was going to sell bracelets? Did I? Oh, wait a minute. Let me think about that. Is she stealing my stuff? Did she read my book? Where's my book? You start going through all this stuff in your head instead of recognizing that God not only talks to you, He talks to everyone who is listening and asks and is doing and following what? Say it with me. Inspired action. When you take inspired action and you begin to move and do what you have been led to do, doors, windows, panels, heaven, seas open. Things start to happen that are physically unexplainable. There is no way you can explain it. I remember the day it hit me that it doesn't matter how many vision boards I have, if I'm not taking inspired action, physical action, they're just vision boards. So you guys say, what do you mean, Fran? First of all, go back and watch the vision board video. I'll link it here. Second of all, a vision is just that unless you ask for assistance and then take action around your vision. You can have a vision board with the most beautiful house in the world on it. And you say, I'm going to live in this house one day. So your heavenly staff says, we can assist you with that. Let us help you with that. Where's the house at? Oh, I don't know. I ain't done no research. I'm not really sure. It's someplace hot and warm and sunny. Okay, well, there's 50 states and some countries and continents. Where is it at? Have you gone and looked at houses? Do you have Zillow or Realtor.com on your phone? Have you applied for a home loan to figure out where you are? Inspired actions. A vision is just a vision until you move clearly. Now I'm going to tell you guys about how inspired action led me to my house. I remember saying, and this is another thing about being clear, right? I remember saying the house looks like this, it has this, I have tons of greenery and lots of trees and water. Well, where I live right now, I have tons of greenery, trees, and water. I can see the water from where I'm sitting right now. But that's not what I wanted. What I wanted was lots of greenery, nice palm trees and big trees, and I wanted ocean water. I wanted to be by the ocean, or I wanted to be able to see the ocean from my windows. See? Okay. But when I was led to this house, I remember walking in it, and I could see myself carrying boxes in the kitchen. So even though I felt like, this might be a bit much for me, and this area is a little different, I don't see a lot of me in this area, this is kind of, I don't know. It was exactly what I asked for. So I said to my realtor, okay, let's do it. At first it didn't work out. So I'm like, okay, so you take me to it, you tell me to follow the inspired action, and it don't work out. And I don't see nothing better. Okay, all right. So here it is. I'm going to put it in your hand, and I'm going to let you deal with it, Lord. I'm going to let this heavenly staff of mine, my dynamic angels, everybody on my spiritual team handle this. And I just sat down. 3 days later, I got a call. Said, the house is yours if you want it. Had I not took the inspired action and called the realtor and said, let's go look at houses, this is what I want. If I had not knew where I was financially and knew what I was able to manage at that point, let me say this. Let me say this to you guys. Let me say this to you guys. Just because you are manifesting and attracting a lot of money doesn't mean you want to spend all of your money in a house or all of your money on a car. And that's where I was. I knew what I had, but I also knew the life I wanted to live. And I didn't want to be what people call house broke. I didn't want to have this big old humongous house and not be able to live. So I wanted lavish abundance, my big house with trees and water and greenery, and I wanted to be able to continuously attract more and more abundance so I could live the lifestyle I desired. I began to take inspired action. The realtor, I began to go back through that notebook and say, okay, give me clarity around the things that you told me to create. Should I still do that? The places you've told me to travel and speak, should I still do that, or are there new directions and instructions that I should take? When you apply the law of attraction and the law of inspired action, you are going to manifest quickly because you're being proactive. Being proactive, y'all listening? Being proactive don't mean getting in the way. You understand what I'm saying? Being proactive doesn't mean telling God how to do his job. Being proactive doesn't mean saying, I'm tired of waiting, I'm just going to do it. That's not what being proactive means. What being proactive means is having conversations with God, talking to your heavenly staff, inviting them in, and opening your heart and your mind to the instructions that you're given. Seeking a mentor, going to talk to a spiritual teacher, a spiritual counselor, someone who has the gift that hears maybe just a little bit clearer than you, someone who can direct you. Listen to when your friend or your child says something and you're just kind of like, why'd you say that? Who told you that? My son used to tell me stuff all the time and I'd be like, uh-oh, he got it. He's got it. He's hearing clearer than I am. Pay attention, because when you ask, it is given. And when you know the laws and you practice the laws of the universe opens up and it works amazing for you. All right, guys, let me know what you think about this video. Make sure you leave me some comments. Drop me a line or two down here. Let me know how you guys are doing. I'm so thankful and grateful for each and every one of you. Remember, we are raising consciousness and changing mindsets one video at a time. Thank you. I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.